You do realise that without my permission as a police officer, you cannot use that video, and I can confiscate that as well if I need to. All right, then. At this moment in time, you're staying under Section 23 of the Terrorist Act, okay?
23?
Section 43 of the Terrorist Act.
Welcome to Rate the Encounters, where police power meets public accountability.
This episode is brought to you by Free Time's Audit. Be sure to check the link below, subscribe to his channel, and give him the credit he deserves. In this episode, Auditor FTA is calmly filming the gates of a police station from Bayou, a public pavement when, without warning, he is rushed by 3 officers led by PC Morris, a visibly flustered and clearly out-of-depth officer who appears unprepared for a lawful conversation. Rather than assessing the situation, he panics, bluffs, and immediately escalates into an unlawful detention, seemingly convinced that his badge alone justifies his actions.
That's what I'm doing.
Because you've got your phone out, you're pointing your camera towards personal cars.
Taking pictures of the fence.
What?
I'm taking pictures of the fence.
Why are you doing it?
What's it got to do with you? Shall I come round to the side?
You're right, well.
All right.
What are you doing?
Taking pictures.
Of?
The fence.
The fence? Why?
I like fences.
Like fences?
I went to the reception, she said it's fine.
Right, it's not fine, is it really?
Is it not fine?
No. Current threat levels at the moment, isn't it, for the police, and you're filming private cars?
Can you draw a step back a bit?
No, not at all. What's your name, buddy?
I'm not telling you my name.
Not telling his name? Right.
Don't need to, but you just need to grow up a bit, don't you?
Really?
Yeah. Because all you're doing is just trying to antagonise people.
I'm not trying to antagonise anyone.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You stood filming personal people's private cars.
I'm not filming the cars.
You sat there with I've just watched your screen. You're videoing.
I know I'm videoing.
Exactly.
But I'm taking pictures of the fence.
Yeah.
I went to reception. She said it's fine.
2PC Morris opens with the familiar line delivered in panic. You can't film a police station because of current threat levels. However, this claim does not align with reality. There has not been a single successful terrorist attack on a UK police station in over a decade. Furthermore, across all recorded plots since 2010, none have involved an individual standing outside filming from a public pavement. In fact, the Metropolitan Police, the Home Office, and the NPCC all clearly state in their official guidance that photography of police buildings is lawful and on its own does not constitute grounds for suspicion. Even more telling, millions of people pass by and film police buildings every year, tourists, vloggers, and passengers alike. Yet, for some reason, only auditors are treated as potential national security threats.
Why would you take people's personal cars?
I'm not taking pictures of cars.
When the threat level is very high.
Even if I was taking pictures of cars,
Yeah.
is it against the law?
You could film. I'm just asking you why with the current threat level. What do you do for a living?
It's my own business.
Your child.
I'm a child.
Yeah. You're not like an adult.
Do you need retraining now to deal with the public?
No.
I think you do.
Not really.
So are you, mate?
What?
What's up with you?
Nothing.
You got a good photo there?
Video, mate, video.
Video. You do realise that without my permission as a police officer, you cannot use that video, and I can confiscate that as well if I need to.
I don't think so.
I do.
What law is that?
That'll be the law and the pace that I'm going to find out at this moment in time.
All right. Am I being detained?
At this moment in time, you are.
For what?
Well, I'm just going to get the code at this moment in time, and I'm going to search it under an act.
All right, yeah.
And then you'll have to provide your details as well.
No, I don't.
Yes, you
No, I don't.
When you're saying you do.
No, I don't.
PC Morris demonstrates a clear lack of understanding of his powers. He confidently claims that FTA cannot use his footage without his permission, and even suggests he can confiscate it if necessary. This is not policing. It is entirely fabricated. There is no law in the UK that grants a police constable ownership over footage taken in a public place. Additionally, a camera cannot be seized unless it contains evidence of a specific offense. Then, as he closes in on FTA, Morris abruptly declares that he is detained. When FTA asks the critical question, "Detained under what power?" Morris responds, "I'm going to get a code." That statement encapsulates the entire issue. He has already restricted FTA's liberty without any lawful basis and is now relying on a colleague to provide a legal justification after the fact.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
You should inform me, shouldn't you?
It's there. Should.
It's there. I know you got a camera, but I don't know it's on, do I? Until you inform me.
We're going to do that now. All right, then. At this moment in time, you're staying under Section 23 of the Terrorist Act, okay?
23?
Section 43 of the Terrorist
43,
Act.
right, yeah.
43 of the Terrorist Act. So basically, you're ballied up at this moment in time and you're taking personal videos of art, okay? So I'm going to ask you to remove that at this moment and give me your personal details.
Right, under Section 43, I don't have to give my details.
Well, you do at this moment in time. If you details provide out under this search at this moment in time, I'll just arrest you, mate.
For what?
For this moment in time, for a possible terrorist act.
So you think I'm a terrorist? I'm overt. I'm not covert.
Okay.
Have you read the memo?
What memo?
On people filming around police stations?
I have.
Yeah?
Bit suspicious though, isn't it, pal?
No, it's not suspicious, because I've told you exactly what I'm doing.
You know, filming fences.
Yeah.
Why?
I like fences.
Why do you like fences?
Because that's what I'm into. That's what I do in my free time.
Where's your best fence then? That you've done?
Um,
Show me other videos then of your best fences.
I like police fences.
Like police fences?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So that's a bit suspicious then, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Right.
PC Morris eventually receives guidance over his radio but still manages to misapply it. He initially cites Section 23, which is unrelated to terrorism and does not provide detention powers. When FTA seeks clarification by repeating 23, Morris quickly switches to Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, revealing that he never had genuine grounds to begin with. Section 43 requires specific, individualized, reasonable suspicion of terrorism, not simply the presence of a camera, not a vague reference to threat levels, and certainly not information fed through a radio. The situation worsens when Morris demands FTA's personal details and even threatens arrest for non-compliance. This is not a misunderstanding of the law, it is the invention of powers that do not exist. Under Section 43, officers may conduct a search, but they cannot compel an individual to provide identification.
Okay, before I search then, you got anything that's going to harm you or me or any of my colleagues?
No.
Okay, do you want to take your hands out your pockets then for us?
Yep.
Make sure you get my good side.
Turn round.
Why's that?
Let's get your good side.
Side's good side. Hey, can we got two phones on you?
That one's for phoning, this one's for taking pictures.
What, you said he was videoing, not taking pictures?
Well, you can take stills of the videos, can't I?
Oh, I see. So you tried to correct me before, but you were wrong yourself, wasn't you?
I'm not wrong, am I?
Well, you was, wasn't you? Got a Jaguar key. You know what they say about people who drive Jaguars, don't you?
What's that?
You drive Jaguars. All right, well, going between your legs. Do not kick out. It'll be your... Right. I just think you should leave.
Can I put my stuff back in my pockets?
Understand it's your stuff.
Yep.
Right, you got another defence now. I think you should move on.
Once the search yields no results, PC Morris should have been reassured. The purpose of a Section 43 search is to confirm or eliminate suspicion. With nothing found, the matter should have concluded immediately. Instead, Morris remains tense and continues to treat FTA as though he poses an ongoing threat. When he states, "I think you should leave, you've got enough of the fence," it is not driven by safety or necessity. It reflects discomfort and a reluctance to accept that FTA is lawfully entitled to remain and film. Even after confirming there is no threat, he attempts to move FTA along, as though managing a situation he cannot justify. A professional response would have been simple. Search complete. You're free to go. Followed by disengagement.
All right, I walked on there.
Good. Bye-bye.
Look at this fence. This is interesting. Just going to get all the fences as I walk down. Is that all right?
Switch it off, mate. You don't need to.
You can't tell me to switch off.
No, you're right, I can't, but just switch it off instead.
And you never got me details, did you? Because you can't get me details. Under Section 43, you can't. Off you pop.
I'm just here with an update from the solicitors who've basically confirmed that they've received a response from the defendant, which is the PC Morris, PC 16660 from Longside Police Station. They have rejected the Part 36 offer, and their stance on liability has not changed. And the only way to progress is to issue court proceedings.
This letter from FTA's solicitors provides significant insight. When a claimant's legal team states that the defendant has rejected a Part 36 offer, it effectively means the other side is denying liability and is prepared to incur greater costs. Part 36 offers are designed to allow disputes to be resolved efficiently and economically. When a police force rejects such an offer, particularly in a case where the stop, detention, and search appear clearly unlawful, it often indicates a defensive stance rather than a strong legal position. While the force may believe this, demonstrates resolve, it instead signals to FTA's legal team that further action is warranted.
They are of the professional opinion that there are reasonable prospects of success to issue court proceedings. The following reasons are: it is not a criminal offence to record a police officer or police station, and this in itself is not enough to satisfy honest and reasonable suspicion that I am a terrorist or engaging in terrorist activity. In their view, they are under no legal obligation to provide details to PC Morris. Even if a court finds that my detainment and search was lawful, PC Morris failed to provide the necessary information prior to the search. This is his name and police station to which he is attached, which could render the lawful search unlawful.
In summary, every legal justification that could have supported this detention was absent. When a solicitor states there are reasonable prospects of success and suggests that even a potentially lawful search can become unlawful due to poor procedure, it is clear the police force faces serious difficulties. To conclude the matter, FTA himself confirmed the outcome publicly. When a viewer advised him to pursue legal action, he replied, "I did, and I've been paid out." That is the definitive conclusion. The legal argument was sound, the case proceeded as expected, and the result followed accordingly. This is yet another example of officers relying on incorrect assumptions about their powers, being challenged, and ultimately facing financial consequences. That concludes today's video. If you found this episode informative, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated and helps continue independent coverage. Be sure to check out Free Time's audit. His channel is linked in the description. Show your support. Thank you for watching. This has been Rate the Encounters, and I will see you in the next episode.